little bit of more of the same. I thought our team played really well offensively again. We've done that here at home quite a bit. 81 points, shot a great percentage, 22 assisted baskets. Made 13 threes, only had 9 turnovers. Just about everything you would want offensively. A lot like the Virginia game. Just defensively, we're just not getting enough stops. And again, some of that credit goes to Virginia Tech. I think they can really spread you out because they've got 4 3-point shooters on the floor almost at all times. 2 point guards that really handle it, make good decisions, and Chris Clark, even though he's not a guy who shoots the ball, just is a good player and makes good decisions most of the time. So it was just a difficult loss. And again, give Virginia Tech credit kids for making big free throws down the stretch. Seth Allen with a huge shot. They did just enough to win the game.
Questions, go ahead.
Coach, you talked about this team's willingness or lack thereof to play defense, more of an offensive mindset. I know it's not your style to press a lot, but have you considered pressing more often to get them engaged? No.
You went to that extended zone a little bit and got some turnovers. Were you pleased with what you got out of it?
Yeah, our 1-3-1 was fine. We haven't used it a lot lately. I think it probably surprised them a little bit. They got a couple buckets on it. We got a couple steals, got a couple turnovers. So, yeah, I mean, it was reasonably effective tonight. We were having a hard time guarding them in their man stuff. We did a little bit better job in certain situations with certain lineups. Other lineups just were not very effective in that. And, we just got to hang in there and keep fighting.
Coach Eli was 4 for 4, but only played in 11 minutes. So was that just because of his defensive shortcomings?
Yeah, he struggled on some things defensively. His strength right now is offense. We weren't struggling offensively, especially in the second half. I thought City gave us some really good activity level defensively, both in the 1-3-1 and the man. And I thought he really helped us. I thought he's one of our better defensive players, and so we kept him out there a little more.
It feels like during this stretch, like every time you guys have needed to stop, somebody makes a tough shot, or maybe you got. I mean, how do you correct
some of it
those?
is rhythm. Some of it is guys are feeling good enough about their games because of the first 30 minutes where they've a couple guys have gotten into the game and felt really good. Whether it's a Parantes or Seth Allen, and so when it's time for them to take and make a big shot, they're doing it. And again, some of it's the quality of opponent now. I mean, we're playing NCAA tournament teams almost every game. So that's hard. They got guys on their team that are big shot makers. They're big time players, and when there's some pressure to make one, they're making them. Again, give their kids a lot of credit. If they miss any of those free throws down the stretch, they were every one of them was a 1-and-1. They weren't 2-shot fouls. They weren't at the double bonus, and they went up to the line and made. I think they made them all, didn't they? 6 for 6.
Yeah.
6 for 6 in the last minute of the game. They didn't not only hit the first one, they hit the second one. So give them credit for finishing the game and making big shots.
Brad, during your time here, when you've had stretches like this, you've generally had the answer to get these guys out of it. Do you have an answer in your mind? What has to happen?
You know what? To be honest with you, I really believe it's our players has got to get all the way there, and it's close. And there's a little bit of frustration, and there's a little bit of fatigue, or just mental fatigue, or just we're just at a point here where we're for the first time we're not quite where we need to be, both mentally and physically. And the losing has probably taken a little bit of a toll here the last couple weeks. It's been hard, especially with the way it's happened in most of the games. Most of the games have been a little bit gut-wrenching. 4 of the 6 have been gut-wrenching, and that takes a toll on you. That's why you just gotta dust yourself off and stay with it. And we're going to turn it around when my guys want it turned around. We're talented enough to turn it around, and we just got to understand that, like, mistakes that we make in the 7th and 13th and 23rd and 29th and 31st minute have to be corrected so that we don't put ourselves in a position to allow them to make a big shot to beat us.
You got a long break before you go to Pittsburgh. Is that kind of just what this team needs to go back to the
Yeah,
drawing
we
board?
really, we actually we have some guys that are pretty banged up. Jerron's banged up, Shelton's banged up, Avery's banged up. Dante's probably fatigued, I think, just physically really tired. And so we probably needed a couple days of just getting to the trainer, to be honest with you, and then we can have a couple good days of practice and hopefully get our mind cleared and get going again.
Ty Hudson got, I think, 8 minutes in the first half. Was something that you saw that you liked him?
He had a great practice yesterday. One of his best practices of the year. Unfortunately, I don't think it carried over as well as we would have liked, and that was disappointing. Shelton was in some foul trouble, and so he's kind of the guy that we've been giving some minutes to, especially in the first half of games for backup minutes to Shelton. Instead of always moving Avery back over there, and unfortunately he didn't play as well. He played okay, but he had practiced pretty well the last couple of days. Probably had his best practice of the year yesterday.
Anything with their three-point defense you're able to take advantage of today to get those 13?
No, I think Buzz just played a lot of different zone. Louisville played us a bunch of zone. I think they saw that and felt like they could play us some zone. I thought we were good against it. I thought we made shots, and then they went man late, and it was back and forth game.
I know Jerron's been frustrated with his three-point shooting. I think he had 3 today.
Yeah, he had
Did
2
you
the
see
other
him
night, 3
hit
the
a
other.
bit?
I've told everybody all year, all the TV guys that come and see us for the first time, what's wrong with him? He's fine. Just, he was pressing a little bit early, and like I said, I think he wanted to make shots so bad that he was actually taking a few bad ones, and he's stopped taking most of the bad ones now. He's just taking ones that are open, and he's not trying really hard to make threes. If they're there, he'll take them. If not, don't take any. Just go play. And he had 2 really good. Probably took three or four good shots against Louisville, made 2, and he had 3 tonight out of 4 tonight, and he just knocked them in. So,
All right, thanks.
okay.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.